Awesome. Well, welcome everyone here. I see now that we have quite a few people in here. Loving the thumbs up. So, welcome everyone to Booth University's Red River College Polytechnic 2+2 info session. Next slide. So, thank you for joining us today again. If you have any questions during the presentation, feel free to just put it in the chat. If we aren't able to get in contact with you, I'll also be putting my email address at the end of the slideshow, so you can even get in direct contact with me. Here we have Georgine Mosselaer with us, who is the Director of Advancement, and as well as Wendy Thiessen, our Director of the School of Business, as well. She's also our Associate Professor. And myself, I am the Admissions Counselor for mature and transfer students. So, why Booth University College? When you're looking at your degree and you're looking at maybe discovering what you want to do with your business degree, Booth is an excellent choice. Maybe if you are looking, maybe you want to get a little bit more experience and then return to the workforce, or even if you just want to upgrade your degree. Wendy will kind of go into a few more details about job opportunities and other insights into maybe different career choices, as well as we'll kind of go into different components when you are looking into completing another 2 years at Booth University College.
So,
situated.
Oh,
Georgine, go for it. Go for it, Georgine.
We're situated in the heart of downtown Winnipeg. We're only a short walk. We're right across from the YMCA in downtown Winnipeg, and behind the Investors Building. We are only a short walk from so many unique shops and cafes, outdoor parks near the ledge. We're close to the Forks. There's great restaurants, and there's also great bus route, which is really convenient. The Exchange District is just behind us. The Art Gallery is just across the street. So the cultural diversity that surrounds us is a vital characteristic of Booth University College and of the neighborhood that we live in. You'll never run out of options for things to do outside of school hours. And if any of you are international students already, you know that the cost of living is fairly low compared to other neighborhoods in Canada, which is really, really convenient. There at Booth University College as well, you will gain experience doing placements at in the community. Organizations such as Harvest Manitoba, Mosaic Newcomer Family Resource Center, and Salvation Army offer students placement opportunities because you will be doing some work experience as part of, or actually community experience as part of your degree at Booth University College. So our story and our commitment is education for a better world, that we proclaim that loud and clear, which is why you end up going out in the community and doing a course within a community setting. Our approach is academic excellence based on a vision of social justice, hope, and mercy. We've been around for 41 years now, and we are founded by the Salvation Army. Salvation Army is an institution which also provides social justice, hope, and mercy in our community. And in fact, second largest social services agency in Canada outside of the government.
So,
Eliza? Yeah.
Here are a few fast facts about Booth. When you're sitting in an average class, it's about 16 students. So when you're looking at that faculty to student ratio is about, student to faculty ratio is about 13:1. So if you're someone that likes smaller class sizes, this could be a great fit for you. You get that one-on-one attention from your professor, and you can also have a better connection with other students. Many students have attended Booth have said that it feels like more like a family. So if that's something that you're interested in, it's always nice. So we're just gonna play a commitment video on education for a better world.
Not all of us set out to change the world. But for those of us who do, Knowing where to begin can be hard, because the world, though beautiful, is broken in so many ways. Some ways that make it seem like one person can't possibly make a difference, and other ways that are just easier to ignore. But we don't believe in an easy world. We believe in a better world. At Booth University College, change starts on the front lines, where we can make the biggest difference, and where others might be afraid to go. We fight for justice. We bridge divides, and we share ideas. Because as an institution grounded in the Christian faith, we know a better world is possible. And it's within our ability to make it happen. Whether that world is halfway across the globe or right around the corner. We believe in making a difference in more than just our own lives. That the skills to change the world can be taught, fostered, inspired, and strengthened. And that it doesn't take an army to make an impact. But it helps. Whoever you are, whatever you believe, wherever you're going, a better world begins here. Booth University College. Education for a better world.
So, when you are completing a BBA, this can be a challenging and rewarding program, which will teach you many business skills and allow you to make a difference in the world. So in today's complex business world, there's a strong demand for innovative, ethical, and engaged global business professionals who can take risks. So if you think that's you, maybe this is a right fit. So you'll be looking at a variety of programs apart from the BBA program, such as humanities, social sciences, and social work when you're looking at the general website. But on this page specifically, you'll see the School of Business and under programs offered. All the way on the right-hand side is where you will see that 2+2 program. In case you do have questions navigating the website, I'd be more than happy to help you to locate this section of the website. This is just a small greetings from Wendy.
Hello, my name is Wendy Thiessen, and I head up Booth UC's School of Business. I joined Booth because of its location in downtown Winnipeg, as well as its commitment, education for a better world. I saw that we and our students could make a difference in the world. I believe that we offer a student experience that is different from other schools. First, our business school is small, so we can customize programming to meet our students' individual needs. We offer 2, 3, and 4-year business degrees, each one with further business focus. Our students also have flexibility. They can decide to take fewer courses per term, or they can go to school throughout the entire year by taking courses during the spring. We work together to make the Booth experience relevant to our students. And we update our curriculum regularly, increasing the practical application of our courses every term. Our graduates have pursued careers in finance, in management, in human resources, and in marketing. See you in class at Booth UC. Hello, my Do you want me to take over for a minute here? Okay, so welcome everybody. We are thrilled about students who start their education at Red River and have such a great time at Red River that they decide that they'd like to continue on with their studies. And so our goal is to build on a positive experience that you've already established. And by focusing on the senior level courses, we can deliver the final 2 years of a 4-year degree. Or we can ride that out for longer. If you've got a job opportunity coming out of Red River and in the back of your mind, you'd kind of like to do 2 things at the same time, you can take that final 2 years and you can extend it and do some schooling with us over the 2 years or longer. We have a variety of core courses that are also required, and those are mostly in the humanities and the religion programs. I'm not sure what's next, Eliza. We also have a partnership with the Chartered Professional Accountants of Manitoba, and a number of our senior level courses count toward the CPA's prereqs. And so for some of our students who are going to finish up a 4-year degree, which is what the 2+2 looks like, you can also take a cross-section of accounting courses that are eligible for the CPA program.
Thank you, Wendy. Eliza?
Here comes the fun part, the tuition and fees. So when you're looking at like tuition and fees at Booth, it's about 963 CAD for one course. So when you're looking at this and you're calculating how many courses you want to take, we've done a bit of an estimation at the bottom. So if you're taking 5 courses per term, which is 10 courses per year, it'll come out to 9,630 CAD. But if, let's say, you decide, okay, I'm working and I'm not able to take 5 courses per term, I want to take 3 courses per term or 2 courses per term, the tuition would be significantly reduced. Once you have completed an application with us and you're ready to get started and we're ready to hold a seat for you, you would be paying a $200 deposit with us.
And the applications are completely free.
Yes,
so there is no harm in putting an application in and having a conversation.
As well, for student supports, we're always here to help you guys. So let's say you are struggling academically. There is an academic learning center. I always tell students, don't be shy to knock. Talitha is very friendly. And if there's a specific subject you're struggling with, they can kind of meet your needs with that. As well, with accessibility services, we want to see you succeed. So if there's certain things that you need assistance with when you're taking exams, we're always here to support you with these services. Back to you, Georgine.
Yes, student health and dental is very exciting. Actually, it is exciting if you don't have a student health and dental plan with your family. So we do have a mandatory health and dental plan through Canada Life. But what is even more exciting is that there's counseling and mental health supports. So if, and the counseling and mental health supports are free. So if you need assistance during the year, there is 24/7 support through TELUS Health. And additionally, there's counseling, on-site counseling services and referrals available through our student services department, which is amazing. So it can help you with things like stress and anxiety, loneliness, relationships, being successful in school, just everyday issues that people have and for you when you're studying, to help you be as successful as possible.
Another component that we have are scholarships, awards, and financial aids. So we have a few listed here. I'm just going to briefly go through them, but when you're ready to apply, I'll be more specific and find one that's more catered towards you. The entrance scholarship specifically, you don't have to apply for that. It's like automatic. We will tell you if you're eligible, and that's if someone has a 3.5 GPA or higher. Then there's also a business innovation scholarship, which is 4,000 CAD, as well as a 2+2 business scholarship, a transfer student scholarship, and then bursary. Bursary is provided, like there's applications that go out for 3 times a year. So we'll be more specific and let you know once the dates come further for those. So what are your employment opportunities as a BBA graduate? I've listed a few here. Wendy, you can always chime in to give more details about this. But some are business analyst, marketing researcher, fundraiser, loan officer, and financial advisor. Wendy, would you like to maybe pitch in about this?
Many of our booth students get some familiarity with the not-for-profit organizations in the city. And the not-for-profit organizations include social agencies and mental health agencies, and many other organizations serving our vulnerable populations. And to the extent that anybody is interested in getting exposure or working with the not-for-profit sector, those jobs can sound like assistant manager jobs or assistant program manager. They are great entry-level positions, and Booth is well regarded within that entire sector.
It's of note that Booth itself is a not-for-profit and a charity. So we operated a zero profit margin, we sort of live that experience, and you will see that experience if you come to Booth University College. It's quite lovely.
So what are the admission requirements? So in order to get admission at Booth, you'll need at least a 2.0 or better, or C GPA. I'd also like to include that in order to get that bulk transfer, you need to have completed all 60 credits and passed. Once again, when that time comes to get that evaluation done, you'll be sending me a transcript, and then I'll pass it off to the registrar to see if all of those 60 credits are good to go. If, let's say, you were struggling in maybe like your second year at Red River and the GPA was good, but it wasn't enough for a bulk transfer, we always recommend students to go into our 3-year or 4-year BBA program as well, which is just as amazing as the 2+2. Yeah, so as I mentioned before, you can always get into that 3 or 4-year program. And then let's say you did struggle and you are not making the general average, which is for regular admission with us, which is a 2.0, then we would recommend for you to come in as an occasional student. That is like the equivalent of a visiting student. So that gives you the opportunity to show us that you're very serious about attending Booth and being a business student. A lot of our students have had success stories where they've come in as an occasional student. Maybe they came in with a 1.5 GPA, then they transitioned and they worked really hard and they made over a 2.0 GPA, got regular admission, and then also did well in trying to transition into our business program. So, never be shy of trying, even if, or be discouraged, if you don't make it in.
So that's apart from other institutions that you might be considering. We are small and our classes are designed for the success of you. So because we are small and the class sizes are small, you receive the opportunity to create really strong relationships with your professors and with your faculty, like our director, Wendy Thiessen. Professors are willing to provide students with assistance they desire. Wendy would actually be your advisor, student advisor, so she would be helping you. All students have a faculty member as an advisor, and Wendy would be your advisor as a student in the School of Business. So the professors are willing to provide with assistance and help you to find the proper tools that you need to thrive. We'll be talking a little bit about how you can take your courses on the next slide, and that is further evidence that we are here to help you learn and to succeed. So there are 4 different ways that we teach, and not all courses are taught the same way, and they do change from year to year, but we have blended classes, which would mean synchronous at the same time. There's students in class if you want to come to class, which we do encourage, or you could take view the class online from home at the time that the class is being held. Virtual classes are only available via video at a certain time. So all classes are taught virtual, and there is no in-person attendance. Online would be classes that are taught at any time you want to go online and take read the modules and do the weekly tasks that are assigned, but they're not at any particular set time. And then on-campus classes, where classes are only in person and on campus in downtown Winnipeg. So it is very easy to apply for at Booth University College. There's a button at the top of our website that says apply, and you click it, and there is no application fee. You have a personal admissions counselor, which is Eliza. You would have a personal advisor, which is Wendy. You're seeing all the people on the screen who would be helping you with success. So we really encourage you to join those that have gone before you from Red River and come to Booth and reach the potential that you would like to reach. And so at this time, we're open for questions. I'm going to invite Jennifer to join us on the screen and perhaps let us know if the students can join us live, like, or how they would ask their questions. That I don't know.
Okay, so then I could certainly moderate as questions come in through the chat. I don't know that this setup allows us to see them all, but I can certainly moderate. And while we wait for questions to come in, I'd certainly love to share my experiences in having been on campus. And I was lucky enough to be invited for lunch, and I got a nice tour of the facilities, and I've seen the classrooms, which are beautiful. And it's a really nice setting as far as learning goes, with, having those small classes, very friendly, approachable staff. And yeah, I found it very impressive, not to mention the fact that the food was amazing. So that's always a bonus. But certainly, we've got lots of great agreements with other post-secondary institutions, but I don't think we have any that are as extensive as what can be transferred as with Booth. So I certainly recommend really taking time to consider, or even sit down with somebody or reach out and ask questions to help make a decision, because there's lots of opportunities. I mean, the nonprofit sector is massive, and that is one area that I'd like to see our program integrate a little bit more, only because there are so many opportunities that even if it's a small nonprofit organization, you get opportunities to do bigger jobs much quicker, which is a great way to launch your career. So, okay, so we do have a question here that's relevant to what we're talking about. Will a BBA from Booth University College be recognized the same as a BBA from, say, U of W?
My understanding, so this isn't something that we have tested, so I'm going to use my default right now, but our four-year program has been used to get into master's programs, and so that always for me is the ultimate benchmark, right? That a four-year degree gets considered by other academic institutions as a starting point for the application process. In terms of job reviews, when you have a four-year degree, most organizations will accept that at its face value, and they don't really spend a lot of time asking you why you went to one university or another university. So a four-year degree for somebody at Great West Life, or for somebody interviewing you at True North Center, or for somebody interviewing you for a job in government, they're going to just ask you how you like going to university. And that's when you get to tell your story about having experience at 2 different universities. So going to Red River Polytech first, learning the ropes, having some great experiences, figuring out that you actually like school maybe better than you thought you did, and wanting to continue on. And so the interesting stories that come out of our 2+2 students are quite varied. And from a job search perspective, we have never heard of anybody being singled out because of a Booth degree. So a 4-year degree is considered to be a 4-year degree.
And I would say, I mean, I can share that with my background. Prior to being at Red River, I was a recruiter. So I interviewed people and helped place them in different roles. And when they ask for a degree, or whether it's a bachelor's degree or a master's degree, you're looking for that credential. You're not looking at which institution it's from. And even in my role at Red River, I hire people where we're looking for a degree or a master's degree. And we don't look at where it's from. It's whether they've met that criteria or not. So the next question that we have that's come in, there's 2 more that have come in. How many credits are allowed for transfer? Is it all of our 90 credits from the college, or only 60 credits?
It's 60, and the 60 are related to the business courses. And so what we want to make sure is that you are doing well in your business courses. If you started, so I'll give you background. If you started at Booth, you would need to get a C or a 2.0 in each of your business courses for it to count towards your degree. And so that's the same understanding that we have with the Red River programming is we want you to have taken the first year courses and pass them with some degree of confidence, so that you can then show up at Booth and take the 3rd and 4th year level courses without too much surprise. So anyways, Jennifer, what were you going to say?
Yeah, I think I know why this question is coming up, because our program as a 2-year diploma is 99 credit hours. So what I understand is that it is the first 2 years of your program that are covered. Right. So their 2 years is 60 credits, whereas ours is 99. So that still is worth 2 years of your time. It just translates a little bit differently.
Differently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I wanted to make sure that was clear, that
Thank you.
it's not part of their credit hours. It's that it's worth 2 years.
And Jennifer, that's different than standard in the industry, is it not? It's a generous offer. Like I know that, not knowing the ins and outs.
Yeah, no, it is. It is actually a very high number of credit hours for a 2-year diploma. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
And the next question is there a time frame that we have to apply after completing our studies at Red River College?
Eliza, do you want to answer that one?
Yeah, there's no specific time frame, but I would say don't wait too long. With transfer credits in general, if you wait over 10 years specifically, the transfer credits expire. But if you're just doing a regular application and you wait like a year, there shouldn't be any issues, which is what I would recommend.
Yeah, and don't make it like, it would be nice if it wasn't the day before classes started, because then it makes everyone panic a little bit. So, if you are kind of considering it, and because our applications are free, you might as well put one in, and then, you can slowly work towards getting all the documentation you need, because we will need official transcripts from RRC. So, yeah. Any other questions?
Yes, there's one more that's just come in. Do the fees shown previously also apply to international students, including the application fee?
The fee for international students is a bit different. From memory, I think it's about a little over 14,000. If you have 14, yeah, sorry, 1,400. So yeah, 14,000 if it's one full year, 1,400 if it's a course. So yeah, if you want specific details on that, I can also email you that information.
I got another question that's come in. To take the online program at Booth, do we have to be living in Manitoba?
So the program is not entirely available online. There are some courses that are going to be asynchronous, but very few. Most of them are going to be synchronous, and those courses are going to, again, many of them will be offered virtual, so that you could be located outside of Winnipeg and still attend the class. There are going to be a few, though, that are going to require in-class attendance, and so those are some of the classes that are just almost impossible to teach virtually. So taking an entire course, we can't promise that the entire load of courses is going to be available online, but many of them will be available either online or virtual. And if you're an international student, the answer is no. If you're a domestic student, then it doesn't matter where you're located. But international students need to be at least in province, if not in city.
Okay, and another question's come in. It says, I might have missed this, but is there an application deadline? Because I know other universities have specific deadlines for their applications.
That is the bonus of being a small university. We do have a published application date deadline for the BBA program, but you can apply right up until the beginning of September. It's just, I wouldn't leave it too late. We will never say no. The only program we have that has a line in the sand is our social work program. That one is very competitive, but right now, our BBA, you would be able to get in with an application up until the end of August. It just, like I said, it creates a lot of anxiety if you leave it to the last minute, and you don't want to be starting at a new university with a lot of anxiety. So yeah. Does that answer your question, Hayden?
That seems to be all. Oh, we've got one more here. For the 2-year program, how many exams are required per term?
Every course has a different type of assessment. About, I don't know, this is just a pure guess. Probably half will have exams and half will have research papers and other kinds of assessments. And so, especially as you get toward that 3rd and 4th year level content, many of the senior level courses really want to hear what you've learned rather than put an exam format together. And so the assessment is absolutely done throughout the term, but the sitting down and doing exams is likely about 50% of our courses actually have traditional sit down exams at the 3rd and 4th level.
Okay. So I'm not seeing any more questions, but certainly if there are outstanding questions, please put them in the chat and we will try and get them answered as best we can. And certainly sometimes there are questions that come after when you start thinking about things more. So I know this group of people is happy to receive additional inquiries. I don't feel hesitant to suggest that that would be the case. So
I just put sort of a generic email address in that's going to be easy to remember, admissions@boothuc.ca. If you Google boothuc.ca, the website should take you to Eliza fairly quickly. And where can you locate a recording of this webinar?
I will make sure that it's shared on the student SharePoint site, and we may even email out a link to all students. So we will email either way how you will find that and where you'll find that recording. So.
And Jennifer generally sends it to us as well, and it'll go up on our YouTube site, and it will then go up on the 2+2 page on our website. So it'll be on both sides of the equation.
For sure.
Available to you.
Okay. Do we have any final thoughts or questions? The chat is, oh, there we go. It's not a question. Okay. Well, I thank you very much to all of you for joining. And if you've got friends that wanted to come but had class, just let them know that we will be sending out the information so that they can watch it on their own time. And I thank Booth University College for your interest in presenting to our students. It's always a pleasure to work with you on sharing educational opportunities for our students. Okay.
Thank you very much, Jennifer, for helping us to put this all together.
Of course.
Much appreciated. Thank you to the students that took time to come and listen. We appreciate you. We wish you all the best of luck as you finish up your term. The weather will get warmer, I promise. And we hope to see you at Booth. And I know Eliza's looking forward to chatting with you. You are in good hands.
For sure. Thank you.
Take care. Bye.